what's going on YouTube? Thusee here from Click, and today we are back in the 2023 Acura Integra. As you guys can see, it has been a minute, probably way longer than it should be, but I guess this is the last time I posted a video, but it is what it is. As you guys can see in here, we do have a new exhaust on the car. We did get hooked up through Unity Performance. Hamza hooked it up with MBRP and collabed together to produce a new exhaust for the 2023 Integra and 2022 Civic Si. So if you are looking for a exhaust that's sort of in between the Remark and the 271 for sound, this is the place to go to get it. So we'll let the car sort of warm up here, do a little walk around on the car. Not really much has changed on the side. It is winter time, so we are in winter mode. I'm not sure if you guys have seen the front end of the car since, but we have riced it out quite a bit. We got a little bit of a custom wrap done by my buddy DJ, and also got the club banner on there. Some pinstriping, tiger scratches for an undisclosed reason, and we got the custom front lip, which was made using custom pieces on the side, and the middle piece is actually the OEM Integra rear lip. So the part that is over here on the back. So we constructed that. Well, I say we, it was all DJ's thinking. If you haven't seen his car, check him out on Instagram, Unity FK7. It's probably one of the craziest FK7s you'll see out there, but that is the car. So we'll let this thing warm up, and we'll head into the car now for a little drive, and we'll get more into the details and stuff about updates. Let me just mount up here. Hopefully this doesn't fall. It looks like we're good. Adjust the camera. Get in the car and get warm. You can't see the dash, but it's reading 3 degrees. It does not feel like it's 3 degrees out here with the wind. It feels significantly colder than that. I guess one other, let me pull this thing back out here. One other major update for the car. Yes, we did end up tuning the vehicle. Nothing crazy though. Really just wanted to dial out the rev hang, which, as you guys know from previous videos, was brutal. But we have dialed that out, so it is quite a bit better. It's still there, still noticeable, but significantly better than before. We are running basically the lowest map that you can run. I think it's running stock boost, just whatever tweaks K-Tuner has made to the ECU on the stock boost. So makes it a little bit more pep. It sounds great with the MBRP exhaust. As you guys can hear inside, the cabin is very quiet, especially on idle. You'll kind of get an idea of how it sounds versus the Remark exhaust once we hit the road, which we will get doing just now. In terms of service and maintenance and stuff that's happened is going forward so far, it pretty much really just been oil changes, minor maintenance. I know the steering rack issue is plaguing a lot of vehicles, and unfortunately mine is one of those cars. But at this point in time, Honda and Acura Canada have not issued a recall or steps to resolve the issue. So unfortunately, you just kind of have to suck it up. It really isn't that big of a deal. It just basically, to summarize it, when the steering wheel is on center, it feels like it locks in place and you have to give it a slight nudge to unlock it. So making minor adjustments on the highway can be a little tricky, but like I said, it's not a huge deal. You just get used to it. Personally, I don't think it's going to cause any accidents. Honestly speaking, I don't think that they've reported any accidents caused by it. If they have, it's very few. Generally speaking, probably down to driver error, but that's what that is. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, in terms of mods and stuff on the car, really, like I said, I probably mentioned it in previous videos, not trying to go too crazy with mods and changes to the car. Just, again, to maintain that daily drivability and reliability. Or as much as we can. So the tuner was a big step for me. Obviously wasn't looking to tune the car, but kind of caved, got a really good deal on it from a close friend of mine, and so now we're sort of tuned up and the car runs great. Funnily enough, all those codes and limp mode and all that stuff I was having, I don't know if it's related to having the tune on file. I also did visit Acura to have the codes wiped properly. So I haven't had any codes come back up. I haven't had any check engine lights, haven't had any mishaps with the car for quite some time. So I don't have any wood to knock on in this interior, but hopefully I didn't jinx it. So let's hit the road. Really just going for a little bit of a cruise around the area, probably grab some gas on the way back, and just sort of drive the car around, give you guys an idea of how the MBRP exhaust sounds. So let's get out of the neighborhood right now. And you guys can maybe hear the exhaust a little bit. It's very, very subtle when you're driving around sort of locally. Not really gonna run into any sort of drone issues or anything like that. I don't know if you could hear that little creak, but that's not the car. That's my front camber ball joint. Has been looked at and has been determined that it's a non-issue. So I'm gonna continue driving the car and hope that it doesn't create any further problems. I am running the camera on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and so we are going to be doing, I guess, also a little video test of the action mode on this phone. On what I can see right now, extremely jittery, very bouncy and whatnot, so hopefully the action mode is able to account for that and fix that up. But let's hit the road here. You get the little bit of burbles and pops from that MBRP exhaust. Maybe I'll crack the rear windows open a little bit here and just get out for a little bit of a cruise. That's a pretty big bump there for the camera to handle. Trash all over the road here. Well, not all over the road, but there's some garbage we're driving over there. Very, very windy here over in Toronto. Been pretty lucky with the weather so far, honestly speaking. We've only had maybe 1 or 2 days where, you know, winter tires were kind of necessary, so to say. But honestly speaking, hasn't been super bad for winter. No complaints there. And we'll get on to the main road here. And I believe from the last video that we did already have the 271 street mounts in the car. This is the 70A mount. Honestly, it's been pretty great with the tune. I think it's necessary. There's a shit ton of wheel hop when you're on it, especially off the line. And so the engine mount makes quite a big difference in terms of keeping the wheels to the ground. Honestly speaking, I used to be, you know, pretty anti-K tuner. Didn't really have much experience with it. The one experience I did have wasn't the best, so it's a little bit unfortunate. But honestly speaking, with this setup, I'm pretty happy with how it's gone. So we'll get up here. So I don't know if you can hear the bang or the pop on the upshift. It sounds dope. I tried the tie bit, so we're going under the tunnel. Sounds fantastic. I really am happy with how this car sounds and how it's been, especially when you're on the highway. So maybe what we'll do is let me get on the highway quick. We'll do a quick highway blast back to my area. I mean, I guess we're still technically in my area, but we'll go back to my exit. There's a really nice tunnel there that we can get maybe a little clip of, hopefully, and then maybe we'll call the video quits there. Again, the car's not fast, so let's not get anything misconstrued here or have any misconceptions. This is not a fast car. It is quick, I would say, but certainly not fast. You're getting through 3-4 gears and you're still barely doing 120, 130. So that's just what it is. So hop on the highway here. Up, getting to 6th, and we're cruising. You guys can see the speed there, about 110 on the highway. I think that equates to about 65-70 sort of like miles an hour. Practically dead silent. Downshift here, get up into the revs. So this is sort of where the revs are hanging if you're traveling a little faster. And as you can hear, there's almost pretty much no drone at all, no exhaust drone. It's very tame, very quiet. Very straightforward. So I'm very happy with the MBRP exhaust. I do think it is a great option for those who are looking for an exhaust. We'll get into this big old tunnel that I was talking about here. And there's the little pop and bang at the end of the rev range. Sounds absolutely fantastic. Not too childish. I found with the Remark exhaust, when you drive like that, you know, you're kind of waking up the entire neighborhood type deal. But with the MBRP exhaust, it does seem to be quite a bit more mature. I hope you guys enjoyed the exhaust, and hope you guys enjoyed just sort of seeing the walk around of the car and its current status. Again, hopefully the video is not too janky or too shaky, and we'll sort of see how that goes from there. But appreciate you guys watching. If you want to see more content, or if you have recommendations for videos to make, feel free to drop it in the comments below. As we're getting into the warmer season, as spring comes around, I'm really hoping to get more content made, especially with the club. We do have the club with a lot of cool cars, and I would really love to get those cars featured on the channel and just kind of go from there. But like I said, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop it below. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.